Ah, it's nice, but it's cloudy. Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope y'all having a fantastic start to your week. Shout out to the veterans. I got your video coming later today. Mm, mm, mm. It's almost the end of birthday week. We started with the election and we'll end tomorrow with the birthday stream. I don't even know what I'm going to do that day. Maybe I'll let y'all come up and just roast me. Maybe we'll do that. Mm, I ain't sure. We'll find out. You mean 17 gray hairs? But thank you just the same, Tori. That was a very good PPT, Tori. Y'all got to hear this though. This is what I mean when I say MAGA is not intelligent, and MAGA doesn't understand what's been going on the last 8 years, or they understand what's going on, but now that they got the power, they want to enforce it. But they claim that they're better than everybody. They claim they're for the people. So yesterday, I'm just cruising around X. How good was I at Street Fighter? Oh, Super Street Fighter, I'd kill you with anybody. The new ones, I was nice with Relento in 4. I haven't played 5 and I didn't play 6. But as I was saying, I'm just cruising around. I'm just cruising around X, and I came across something. Shout out to Donnie the Misfit, by the way. She put up a post on, I want to say, when was this? Saturday morning. She wrote in response to, well, this was a screenshot. So she said, this push to make JD Vance both vice president and Senate majority leader is a slap in the face to the very concept of checks and balances that keeps government power in check. This isn't about making government run better or holding anyone accountable. It's about concentrating power, handing the keys of the Senate to one administration, and letting them call the shots without anyone to stop them. This is authoritarianism, plain and simple, gutting the separation of powers and setting a chilling precedent for centralized control. It's a blatant power grab, and anyone who values liberty should see right through it. Nothing wrong with that. I actually agree with them. And this is why we can't stand MAGA, because MAGA, we'll get to that. MAGA, MAGA lacks so much self awareness, it's hilarious. Miss Nisi, bust off your guns because you're a veteran. Bust off your guns. I know bullets might be expensive now, but bust one off. I'll buy the bullet back. So it was in response to this post that she screenshot from this Derek Evans. Ironically, he's from your state, Miss Nisi. He said JD Vance can serve as both VP and the Senate Majority Leader. John Adams did this at one point. This would give Trump administration direct access to control Senate calendar, agenda, set priorities, and much more. Who supports JD Vance as both VP and Senate Majority Leader? My thing is this: why didn't he just run for it when he was a senator? Oh, because he knew he wasn't going to beat Mitch McConnell. No, I said go bust a real bullet. I ain't say nothing about busting no fake bullet. I said bust a real bullet. I'll pay for the bullet. So I told her maybe they were power hungry, and she said they should be careful what they order. So then this person, as you can see, of course, they got to use the Killmonger avatar, of course. But we already know what this means. They said perhaps the Democrats were the better option. So I said no. The better option was to destroy the system, kick all the lobbyists and special interest groups out. So then they asked me what's step one in destroying the system. I said for 26, you find out which politicians are in bed with the folks they want to do harm to your children and get them out. Implore other parties like the Green and Libertarian to speak to the general population about their agendas. Imagine what a year of consistent conversation can do. No, they want the better option because they heard, and this is something that I saw all through yesterday. Oh, Kamani's giving us, she was going to give us $25,000 for homes and $6,000 in child tax credit. I'm like, do y'all understand what you're signing up for? You're signing up for more taxes. You're signing her up. You're signing up for a home that's going to be undervalued. Why would you take it? And you can't build equity into it. And I asked them again, how come no economist came outside and said that her plan was effective or could be effective? Why did none of them say that? She said some jerk offs from other administrations said that my plan was great and his was bad. But we don't even know what your plan is. But all right. So then we moved down that thread. There was a, let me see. I'll try to find where it was. Hold on. Let me go back. Oh, here we go. So like this. So this white boy, let me show you the white boy. That's the white boy. Or Latino, whatever. Comes in and says, honest question, would you make Thomas Massey king or rather have our current system with checks and balances by the current Democrat administration? I'll take King Massey, please. Keep a pin in that. Point is, I'll wait to, and see what tyranny they bring first. So then Donnie replied and said, tyranny is already here. And this white man comes in and says, I don't see you speaking out on checks and balances about this tyrannical government we are under. So it only applies to the good guys. He called MAGA the good guys. No, they know who Thomas Massey is. And most of them only know who he is because he been making waves in Congress by talking shit. But most of them found out who he was after his wife died. And everybody was running outside giving condolences. But they want to hire a politician to run the Department of Agriculture because he's been sitting there fighting for things to be taken out of the food, which is great. But at the end of the day, how are you going to give somebody that much power and think they're just going to do the same thing that they've been doing? He don't look like the type to sit up there and yell at the multinationals. And what's he going to do? If I don't like this deal, we ain't going to eat. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the white boy. You gotta hear this. So I said King Massey. Remember, the white boy called him King. King, because being under the rule of a king never had problems. Boy, you are lost. I said, "You boy, you are lost in Velveeta, no shells or chips." So then he said, it's an either or hypothetical that you people are too stubborn to answer. I'm not saying we should make King Massey. That's can't write, by the way. But if you can't logic your way through a hypothetical, it just shows your dishonesty. Just bots repeating dogma. Bots. Then insult me by calling me boy as an anon. Um, all right. So I said the Democrat admin is around for 9 more weeks. If you did your job and made sure your local state is protected, nothing the Fed can do will affect you too much. Then he said, so you prefer the current system over King Massey. Am I to understand that correctly? Which I didn't even say that, but okay. He just missed the fact when I said to destroy the system, but all right. I said the system is the same. That's the issue. Massey is no different. Then he said, you're saying King Massey went back to King would govern the same way as the current system. No way you believe that. I was like, yes, I believe that. He's part of the system. Then he tell me he gonna mute me because he thinks I'm low IQ. So I said, sure, dude, you think these politicians are wholly for you. Like he don't fucking get it. If Thomas Massey really loved everybody, he would have ran for president. He had ample opportunity over the years. He could have ran. He could have been on that type of time and gone and put his name in the hat and went to Iowa and South Carolina and New Hampshire and see if he could beat Trump. But now everybody throwing his name in the hat, including the Queen Coon, talking about he should be Secretary of Agriculture. Okay. Then Donnie said, tyranny is already here. So he said, no answer to my question. I was looking forward to what you prefer. More potential tyranny with King Massey, sure, but also more potential for freedom. He made me drop my phone. I tell you, they're not smart. How you gonna say more tyranny, but you'll have potentially more freedom? What people? My God, you see what goes on in the Middle East in certain countries. Y'all call that tyrannical. Do they have more freedom? He can't be serious. Please show me somewhere where it's tyrannical, but you have more freedom. So then this Joseph Campbell said, I don't see you speaking out on checks and balances about this tyrannical government we are under. Tyrannical. Now this is tyrannical. Okay. I'm thoroughly convinced MAGA does not know what tyranny is. By the way, MAGA, you dumbasses allowed that so you could play victim. That's the one that said this applies to the good guys, MAGA. MAGA's the good guys. Okay. So then the white boy says she does call out all tyranny. She's consistent. She just likes to pretend she's more principled than us, akin to Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman, because apparently having a preference for less tyranny is still asking for tyranny. So you saw a black woman and you equated her to Harriet Tubman because she said, "I don't want tyranny in any form." You gotta love them. Gotta love these white boys. Now you fuck around and call them David Duke, they get upset. You call them one of the forefathers, then they sit there and take that as a badge of honor. So then Donnie responded and said, "I don't pretend to be more principled than anyone. I just refuse to sacrifice them to any form of tyranny." And Joseph comes back and says, "It's not tyranny to seek loyalists will help advance the right agenda to save our country. The right agenda. We have a lot of work to do and must be done quickly, deliberately, efficiently, and with purpose. No time to fuck around with people who all of a sudden want to play by the rules." But Trump ain't playing by the rules, right? Okay. Boy, man, I'm telling you, when Trump really show them who they are, who he is, man, he gonna finish out his 4 years and he finna go sit in Florida and laugh at everybody. Here we go. So this dude, I want to show you this dude right there. Use a Nielsen avatar. Says Donnie's been very vocal about the authoritarianism on both parties. Even if I don't always agree with her, I can definitely affirm that she and Jeff speak out against any government tyranny. And she's right about this one. A VP acting as the Senate president and the majority leader would be a complete disregard of checks and balances. Like I don't understand why do y'all want JD Vance to be basically running the entire government? I thought that's what y'all I thought that's what y'all elected Trump to do. You might as well have voted JD in. Yeah, we got Trump, but JD's running fucking Congress. He's doing foreign policy. He's going to be the one talking to the second in command of these presidents and these prime ministers. But you want him to run Congress on the Senate side. Uh, so then the white boy, listen to this. Y'all gonna love this part. The white boy Joseph comes back and says, or he looked Latino, whatever. I ain't gonna hold you. He kind of looked like a less talented Tamatanga. He said, "Well, you keep your checks and balances. We have a country to save. Pick your side. We have a country to save. Pick your side." JD Vance is a tool, and they will find out really quickly. To me, I think JD is the Republican Manchurian candidate. Yes, it does. And I'm preserving life, Toes. Let him live. Don't block him. Yes, my beard has living creatures in it. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. And there's living creatures that were created by you in your body that entered the asshole of a pig. So it's okay. You're living right now through one of the dirtiest animals on the planet. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, do you want to continue or not? And before you continue, have some respect and say good morning. Thank you so much. Do not block them. I'm going to let Toads live. It's Veterans Day. He might be a veteran. Probably not, but he might be. We're going to be nice today. So I asked Joseph If I understand you correctly, you're willing to forego checks and balances because the country needs saving. Did you have that same attitude when the left did it? And of course, he didn't answer me. Of course, they did. They watched the left do the same damn thing, and I bet you they were outside bitching about it. Now that Trump's in, Vance is in, they're starting up the cabinet. Now all of a sudden they're okay with letting them do whatever they want because they think they're going to save the country. Okay, I tell you, they don't even understand checks and balances out here. They claim the government is against them, but they want people that they elected into government to save them from being destroyed, even though the same government they just elected tried to destroy them. Must be nice. Your Republican states, oh, they were so great. They said, everybody, you can come over to us. We're free out here. But who weren't these the same states that also had signs that you saw in blue states that say you can't come in without a mask on? Hmm? Same ones who told you y'all supermarkets 6 feet of distance, but they love you, right? And he's also friends with Trump. So y'all forewent checks and balances, and now Peter Thiel may be on the inside. Boy, y'all don't know, man. This is what I'm talking about. MAGA, y'all are dumb. I'm just going. I've been trying to be nice. Y'all are just some dumb creatures. I can't believe this. Y'all should have died as a movement in 2020, but y'all wanted to hang on. Y'all out here talking about they restricting our free speech. We're being shadow banned all over the place. And you literally watch Trump bring into a fold a cocksucker who just sat up there and said, listen, I'm going to put a feature on my app that you can see blocked accounts. Okay. Okay. Elon right now is trying to look for a way to sell that app. But now he got Peter Thiel there. How much you want to bet he gonna try to find a provision around Section 230 so he can't get sued? Y'all gonna learn, man. MAGA, y'all gonna learn. Because none of y'all sat around for 8 years and don't know nothing about government before 2016. It's sad. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers go in front of a podcast mic they bought off of Amazon for $45, a whole setup, and think they into something. They got some coins from MAGA and now they get sure mic thinking they smart. They ain't saying the same thing. What happened with fiber optics is dead. Oh, y'all don't know that. Oh, you didn't know? They're trying to get rid of fiber optics. They're trying to go to straight satellite technology. That'll be fun. That's gonna be fun. Let me see if I can find the article. Y'all gonna love this. I was reading it the other day. Somebody came outside talking about fiber optics is dead technology. I'm like, do you realize that's the only reason why the internet still works? And y'all want to move it to a satellite. Here we go. Um, yeah, they try to say BBC said they try to end it by 2030 and make it straight 5G, which is all satellite. That's gonna be goddamn hilarious. They don't fucking get it. Like everybody's telling, he didn't sell it. He didn't sell it. He might have to sell it if he gets a cabinet position because you can't have private business holdings as a member of the government. But I don't see him doing that. He gonna try to find a workaround. See, here it is. Wireless connections can be a useful way to connect remote homes to the internet, but 5G may not be the answer for sparsely populated areas. 5G networks can operate on several different frequencies, but the higher frequencies do not penetrate buildings and trees as well as the lower frequencies. Using those high frequencies requires many more transmitters closer to the homes and offices that need internet access. And those so called nanomasts are typically connected to the internet backbone by fiber. But they want to switch to satellite technology. Satellite. The government in the UK, right? They are planning to auction lower frequency spectrum for 5G. But was it Mac? Hey, Maga, weren't y'all the same one that kept saying 5G was giving everybody cancer? Motherfucker, they can't keep their lies straight. They can't keep their lies and their talking points straight. Like, look at this. Yes, I'm old. I'm, I'm still young until tomorrow. Now leave me alone. Look at this. The first thing they put up here, right? Get off my shit. First thing they put up here is I don't know if y'all can see that. First female chief of staff. Pfizer. Okay. New York City, stop giving debit cards to illegals. That's wonderful, but y'all already gave the money out. By the way, the same government that they said was upset over this, that they said that is going to stop this, gave them the money in the first place. U.S. companies to bring production home. Oh my God. They still don't understand that the U.S. is a business. They still don't understand this. Why would he bring production home and these companies risk their profit margin that they've been attaining for decades to appease American workers and they have to pay them what their worth is? They still don't fucking get it. Stock market hitting all time highs. It happened when Biden got in. It happened when Trump got in. The stock market always goes up. Bitcoin hitting all time highs. Isn't it every time crypto hits a high, it crashes? It could crash on inauguration day. Then what? But all right. I don't want Rob to get mad at me, so I'm gonna stop. Newest migrant caravan breaking up. So they just broke up into smaller caravans. Got it. Trying to run in before the border gets shut. All right. If he shut it. Okay. Hamas wants immediate end to the war. We already went over that. That's not what they said. But okay. Taliban claims to want new chapter. No, it said all of it. Because Bitcoin went up, Solana went up. What the other one? There was some other ones. Apparently, everybody coin went up. I was like, that's how it happens, and then it crashes, and then y'all get upset. Or y'all gonna be dumbasses, sell the shit. You're gonna be hitting on easy street until you gotta go do your taxes and you gotta declare that you sold the shit, get the tax hit, but now you just put crypto into the US economy, which is what Trump wanted the whole time. Y'all not I don't you know what? Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Because they'll take it away. They'll take this live away. China wants peaceful coexistence. If you think that, you crazy. Russia is ready to speak with the U.S. Yeah, all right. How'd that work? How'd that work last time? The EU wants to buy U.S. gas, not Russian gas. Great. Go buy our gas. Trading with the EU is going to give us energy independence. This is what they think. So let me get this right. So now all of a sudden the EU wants to buy our gas when they were buying their gas for the Middle East and Russia the whole time. Now all of a sudden, I'm gonna let them have it. I'm gonna let them have it. Ukraine leaders in talks with Trump and Elon. Okay. What source? This is what they listed. This is what they listed. Let me go look up that last one. That last one intrigues me. Trump talked to Putin, told Russian leader not to escalate in Ukraine. Okay. Oh, Kremlin says reports of Trump Putin call about Ukraine are pure fiction. Ah, by the way, that one I just read was from the Guardian. The first one was from the Washington Post. Biden talking about some when he meet Trump on Wednesday. He goes, "I'm not to abandon Ukraine." The Kremlin denied the call. Trump team reacts to report President-elect told Russia's Putin not to escalate war to Ukraine. Here we go. Trump's team said, "We do not comment on private calls between President Trump and other world leaders." Trump Communications Director Stephen Chung said in a statement. President Trump won a historic election decisively. Leaders from around the world know America will return to prominence on the world stage. That is why leaders have begun the process of developing stronger relationships with the 45th and 47th president because he represents global peace and stability. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. But we're talking about checks and balances. So let me get this right. So he told him not to escalate with Ukraine, but I thought he said his first day in office he gonna end the war. Why he just ended now? Since MAGA told me they're not caring about checks and balances right now, why he just usurp Biden and just end the war? Y'all really cool with somebody who went online and said, "I want an Iron Dome for the U.S." But when I tell you he in Israel's pocket, I'm getting yelled at. All right, brother, man, we always make deals with terrorists. America love to tell you they don't negotiate with terrorists, yet we always find out they're giving money to terrorists. It's all good though. Ah, the sun is coming out. That's what I like. Now, brother, man, you know that how this country is. You calling what we're doing insane? This is a Monday. Well, it's Jersey. Y'all need rain to feed the toxic waste. You know what happens when rain don't feed the toxic waste in Jersey? It looks like Kansas. That's right, I said it. Oh, this is what I mean, family. And they outside thinking this is the greatest thing ever. They don't know. Wait till them tariffs hit. That shit gonna hit different. Oh, I gotta show y'all this post. So this black woman says, "Stop saying eggs and bread are things that cause folk to vote for a felon. Y'all out here buying iPhones, PS5, PlayStation, Elmos, Tonka truck, $7 apples at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. I bought a new home and SUV in 2023. I received two raises. It's not the economy. You're a dumbass." By the way, she shut off her comments because she was getting cooked. Because when I saw it this morning, it was still open. Then she wrote 14 minutes ago, "My hide reply and block button got a raise today." See? Another one of these boulets. She said, "Elmo labeled my account because I trigger maggots." Okay. Let me explain something to you. No rabbit hole there. No rabbit hole. See, that's not everybody. And by the way, you need to talk to those people who have the 20 Amazon boxes. You should ask them why everything since 2021 on Amazon went up. So I told her respectfully, this is why the Boule and the adjacent helped kill Kamami's chances. Denial. Eggs and bread went up over 70% since 2022 for a lot of the nation, but you're bragging about buying a new home and SUV. Mind you, she calls herself the coding queen, right? She told everybody she's been in the medical field for over 40 years. This is what I mean. Either side, they're not aware of what's really going on out here. Then she's sitting up here pocket watching people. First off, people ain't even buying PS5s. Excuse me. I don't even know where she got that from. The resellers are having problems selling them back because there's so many out there. You're talking about iPhones. Why Apple changed their business model because people weren't buying iPhones and the innovation is not there. So why put out a phone every year? Now they're saying every 2 years. No, you can get a PS5 for about five. That's just the digital version. You could probably get it for 450 if you know where to go. You could get a bundle for about six. So I don't know what you're buying for seven. That might be the pro, and you might be getting ripped off. Well, Dorman Sargent, hello. You seem new, but welcome. You didn't even say good morning, but all right. What did you expect? This happens every election. The side that wins, they go outside and celebrate. They never care. They don't care about the country. They just care about dunking on the other side. It is what it is. All these Trump idiots running outside with their trucks, talking about some. Oh, I'm gonna. I found this pro command me rally. I'm gonna go over there and fuck with them. I'm like, y'all won. Can y'all just get to work? Hey, dumbasses! Right now, they're trying to buy the land off people who lost their homes in North Carolina. Guess who's buying them? FEMA. Do you have a problem with that, or are you just gonna call out American business? Six face, you're another one who didn't say good morning, but all right. See how y'all are. Why wouldn't they troll? I wouldn't put out no new technology every year. Why would I do that? Fine. Answer me this. Name the car company that came out with new technology consistently every year. Something that's going to change the game. Mm. They stifled American ingenuity, and instead of fixing it, he's telling me to bring home. He's telling us to bring home the production. Okay, that's great. What does that mean? Well, a set rod. That's true. But again, these are the same folk that tell you they live by that Bible, and they know that Bible shit can change within a second. So how did you plan for that? This is what I mean. MAGA don't plan for every eventuality. These motherfuckers sat up there in 2020, November 7th, lost, and didn't know what the hell to do. All they did was become exactly who they were fighting against, allegedly. Complainers and victims. The CHIPS Act don't work, and it hasn't worked. Again, he could bring all the production home. He brings it home, great. You'll get a boost to the economy. Where is the innovation to keep it going? He still has to deal with that mandate in 26, unless he can figure out how to cancel it. He gonna have to make every car electric. Well, of course, they're not gonna. They don't have homeowners insurance because they figure nothing gonna happen to them, or their home insurance ain't gonna cover shit. It's gonna cover the basics: fire and what's the other one? I forget what the other one is. And maybe structural, but if it's caused by a flood, they not gonna pay. That's fine. You got the PAC Act. That's fine. Well, CRU, that see, here's the problem. And I told you I've been talking about that for years. Recertify them high school and middle schools. But here's the problem. They're gonna create a workforce they can't control. That's why they're not gonna do it. When them schools were certified, you couldn't control that populace. That populace was not going to college. That populace was trade jobs. That populace was running the country. You had motherfuckers, they could be damn near millionaires by the 80s. They could have had that again. You can't have no 18-year-old with 12 years of a trade under his belt. That motherfucker or her, motherfucker come outside talking about you gonna pay me $250,000 off top. If you think I went through 12 years of school so you could try to pay me $15 an hour, you must be crazy. I'll just create my own business and I'll fuck around, put it across the street from you and take away all your business. How you want to play it? I am home in Georgia and it's beautiful. What they teach here, reading, writing, and racism. Speaking of which, everybody was circulating this video around this kid in Chicago getting into a debate with his with his classmates and the teacher talking about the teacher saying that Trump is what do you call him? We should all the teachers said we should have respect for everyone's opinion. Then 15 seconds later talking about Trump is a fascist and all this. I'm like, great. They over here praising this kid because he's sitting there talking Mac and talking points. And he wasn't even cooking nobody. That's the funny thing about the whole video. Every kid in that class was misinformed. But they cooking that they giving that kid all the flowers because he biting back on them. Then I do some research. I kind of find out this kid got a whole TikTok channel. I was like, there we go. There we go. So he ain't cooking. Well, six face, here's the problem. If your school is not teaching reading, then you should be teaching reading. I really need y'all to stop relying on these schools for everything. They've already proven to you they don't care about our kids. We got to care about our kids. The learning don't stop at 3 o'clock. The learning don't stop at 2 o'clock. The learning don't stop when you pick them up. You got to keep their mind stimulated. That's why them kids don't like nothing. Motherfucker parking right in front of a computer and a computer teacher. A computer is only as smart as what you program into it. Donnie, you are so late. But we still going. Hey Donnie, good morning, beloved. Um, Were you telling about them two white boys try to yell at you for saying you don't want no tyranny? Now they tell white people, I don't want no tyranny. We went through all the tyranny already. I don't want no more. That motherfucker come outside talking about some they want some tyranny because they think they gonna get freedom out of it. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, I t- MAGA, y'all are oh my god. And no, I ain't no leftist because the left tried that bullshit too. That motherfucker go rampant with the bullshit. And then and then this shit turned on them. Now they say I don't want none of it. Facts. I forgot to tell y'all that Paul family. A couple of them white boys had a constitution. Oh my that motherfucker had the nerve to talk about you're fighting for the Constitution. What? If you were a fighter for the Constitution, you would never let Elon Musk get anywhere near Trump. Oh my God. How you gonna be for the Constitution and you let big business into the government? Donnie, I don't even know. I don't even think they know what the first word is. You know what, Donnie? Nah, let me take that back. These are the type of cats who think John Hancock was a president. He was on the Declaration of Independence. I heard there were presidents there. I heard there were people that were going to be potentially be presidents. John Hancock must have been a president. Benjamin Franklin was low key a president. The the motherfucker took a kite with a key on it and shocked himself, and then he became president. All right, get some bird, get some. Donnie, listen, no, Donnie, you don't tell them about the Federalist Papers. I don't want no radical MAGA around there. Fuck out of here. They be worse than the other ones. Hey Donnie, you know how you trigger them? Watch this. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you some advice. You want to trigger them? Go over there and tell them Thomas Sowell is a government agent, especially in white folk. Tell them Thomas Sowell is a government agent. You're gonna be fighting for your life for 3 days. I said it. And if they say you ain't got no proof, send them over to my video. I get them right. What you mean? Stop it, brother man. Brother man, we gotta have this discussion. Thomas Sowell's a government agent. Our black intelligentsia class that ride and rode, they already proved this. The Fairmont Conference was a coon recruitment center. You sat up there and made it for about black Republicans. You had Ed Meese come up in there. Motherfuckers figured out the grift. They tried to leave. Y'all sat there and chased them to tell them to stay. Then all of a sudden, you got Thomas Sowell who was sitting there killing white people in debates on TV, and then we go a decade later, he start talking about there's systemic racism in the banking sector and other sectors of the country. Great. 30 years later, that piece of shit goes into a column and writes there's no systemic racism in America. An economist had the nerve to say that. An economist. The piece of shit sat up there in 2016 and said Trump was insane and a tyrant. 4 years later, sitting there kissing his ass, but I can't call him a government agent. Walter Williams did the same damn thing. Rest his soul. Shelby Steele does the same thing. It's funny. Only the coons and the white people that follow them are the ones talking about that and how great he is. He ain't said shit. Let me ask you a question. I ain't mad at you, brother, man. I know you was fucking around. I, tell me this. Why the hell did nobody ever ask Thomas Sowell in them 8 years to come outside and talk about that economy? Go ahead. I want anybody from MAGA to try to answer me that question. He's supposed to be one of the leading economists of the country. They don't even go to that man. They'll call up Jim Cramer first. He get on Fox News. They don't ask him about the economy. They ask him about motherfucking social justice, which he knows nothing about. That motherfucker is he's the gender opposite of fucking Maya Angelou. Still our coon, still our coon. Motherfucker gonna marry a white woman twice, and then y'all gonna look at us and tell me, oh, why is he not in the pantheon of black leaders? Are you insane? Why? Because you slept at a park in Harlem when you grew up, you think that means something? Nigga, you work for the Hoover Institution. Go look that up one day, family. Go look up the Hoover Institution and how they look at black people. But y'all don't want to tell me that man's this great scholar. Man, I'm not that great. I'm a great economist from school, and I picked apart his arguments. But again, safe is stupid. Go back to that black kid in Chicago. They love on that kid because he make them feel safe and stupid. Motherfucker that tried to argue with me over this kid admitted when I said they getting they talking points from Twitter. So where's the research that he did? He was like, well, that's what they all did that. I'm like, so you're admitting to me that this kid don't know what he's talking about. He's regurgitating what he heard online based on the algorithm. He don't do no research. Now he don't want to talk no more. If he was really smart, he'd have been sitting there educating his class. He ain't educate shit. Y'all only liked it because he triggered his teacher. That's easy. You know how long we've been triggering our teachers? I'm not talking about just on stupid things. We've been asking them questions that they can't answer. But that excites me. And then MAGA wonders why we don't rock with them. There was never meant to be a separation of powers. There's nothing. What? Oh my God. Dottie, no, he didn't say that. No one of them white boys did not say that. What do you mean there was never supposed to be any separation of power? What? Oh my God. I see. Dottie, why are you trolling me this earth? No, he did. No, the white boy did not say that. Weren't the founding fathers the same ones who said religion and government should never mix? So if there's not supposed to be a separation of power, why do we have three branches of government? Why does Article 1, Section 1 say all legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in the Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives? Isn't that a separation of power? All three of them have different jobs, but they all come collectively to further the agenda of the U.S. But they swear they know this. Yes, the power should not rest with one person. That's checks and balances. God, they're dumb. You know what? This might not be real MAGA. It might be message board MAGA. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't know. I can't. Damn. What's this? Is that the oil? Damn. I didn't know the oil dried up like that. Damn. Hmm. Anyway, he said the great security against the gradual concentration of the several powers in the same department consists in giving to those who administer each department the necessary constitutional means and personal motives to resist encroachments of the others. The ambition must be made to counter ambition. The interest of the man must be connected with the constitutional rights of the place. It may be a reflection on human nature that such devices should be necessary to control the abuses of government. Jade Matt. But they want you to abuse the power now because it's Trump. It was an abuse of power when Biden was doing everything he was doing. But now Trump doing what he doing, and it's okay. I would just rather they admit that they want to be under tyranny. I would just rather they admit that. At least that would be the truth. But they're gonna claim they're patriots. By the way, the cousins are the only patriots here. But shout out to the veterans. I saw somebody post that online. White people were pissed. They said the only patriots in this country, Black Americans, are the patriots that white Americans wish they could be. That motherfucker had to fight for his life. Let me see if I can find it. They got mad, boy. Black Americans are the patriots. Let me see if I can. Here we go. This person named Jay Perk wrote this yesterday. Black Americans are the patriots white Americans pretend to be. Here we go. Which ones? First comment. Someone admitted they wanted revenge for who? Uh, pick a country or pick a person. They who said it? Oh, bruh, Candace Owens went on Piers Morgan family. Let me finish this thing first before I get into that. That'll probably be the last thing I talk about before I get up out of here. So somebody said, what ones? The group thinking Democrat blacks that vote on shit based on skin color are the ones that think for themselves. It's always back to them free thinking niggas. Oh my God. Okay. I might have to do a broadcast about that. This fallacy of the free thinking Negro. Oh, nah, Donnie, we went over that. That motherfucker said King Massey. A king is over a president, but your king didn't go run for president. Why didn't he run for king? King, king. That motherfucker said king. And he didn't think I was gonna catch it. Where's another one? Since 1776, way earlier. That's what that person said. Until they escape from Master Joe's plantation, they'll just be toiling in the field. Here we go. We are tired of identity politics. Hasn't the popular vote down you that clearly, or are you that deaf? The popular vote. Now it's the popular vote. You hear him. Now. Wait a minute. Y'all didn't take no stock in the popular vote. Now, all of a sudden, because he won the popular vote allegedly, now y'all want to take stock in it. Y'all motherfuckers. I hate MAGA. I hate them. Go serve on the front line. We are all brothers and colorblind. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because your same military industrial complex has racism in it. So save us these platitudes. Oh yeah, look how patriotic Chicago and Detroit are. They must have been patriotic because they turned. They started turning for the Republicans, so they must be patriotic. Dummy. But don't you? Who said that? Some asshole on X. But by the way, isn't it funny that every time black folks say something positive about themselves, here comes Chicago. Now Detroit about to be the next one. I'm gonna help them. Didn't Chicago and Detroit get more Republican votes than 2020? Maybe I missed something. Seems patriotic to me. They dumb. You see how quick they forget? Oh wait, no, they didn't forget. They people who they follow didn't tell them that. By the way, speaking of Thomas Massey, and it'll be the last thing. Candace Owens went to go see Piers Morgan and Michael Mount Hill again, and she had the nerve to say that what Trump should do is make Thomas Massey Secretary of Agriculture, but also free Julian Assange and Edward Snowden. And I'm looking at her saying this, and she's trying to say this with a serious face on her. And I'm laughing at her because she doesn't understand that one, Thomas Massey's part of the problem. But, another subject for another day. But two, why in the hell, if Trump didn't free Julian Assange the first time, why do you think he's going to do it again? And number three, why would Edward Snowden come back to America? The same America that still got an arrest warrant on him. Why would he come back? No, a sat rod. If it has nothing to do with somebody getting shot in Chicago, they don't care. I'm actually surprised them cocksuckers didn't say nothing about, because remember, this is a holiday weekend. It's a 4-day holiday weekend. I'm surprised the motherfuckers didn't come outside talking about something. Oh, look. It was like 17 people shot in Chicago over the weekend. I'm surprised. I know the Tuskegee thing dominated the news in terms of shooting, but I'm actually surprised. I was waiting for one of them to come outside. Now they're gonna say some shit that, oh, they're not reporting it. Ooh, it was actually down. Chicago only killed 3 people and shot 17. That's why they didn't say nothing. They didn't say a word. Yeah, I know. She almost lost Chicago, but we know who voted for her to keep it at 4 points. I saw the map of Chicago. It was hilarious. Them Gold Coast motherfuckers, them Gold Coast motherfuckers sat up there and said, "Nah, we like where we at." Hmm. They're gonna learn in 26. You watch what I tell you. Um, you can just type in Chicago electoral map. You can just look that up, or you can find one of them electoral maps and just click it. They'll break it down by county. That was the only other reason why they won. The outlying areas in Cook County were the reason why she kept it. Chicago was hilarious, but Chicago was funny. Say- I don't know if you could really see that. The new tariff's probably going to kick in probably, if I had to guess, I don't know if y'all could see it. That's what it looked like. If I had to guess, it'll probably kick in. It's probably going to be within his first 100 days. It's not going to be immediate. Because remember, he still needs to go through Congress to make sure that's cool. Which might be funny. But Congress might say, we're not doing this. Well, basically, it was. Um, Let me make sure this was the right one. So, okay, so basically, if you take Chicago, right, it kind of looks like that. It goes down slight like that. I guess that's the best. No, it goes like that. So up in the red part, like that's closer to what the fuck. That's closer to like Wisconsin and shit, right? That was red with a little bit of pockets of blue. Then by the Gold Coast, like that upper part, it was a little bit red, but that's like the rich area. The rest around it is blue. You go all the way down through the city, right? It's mostly blue until you get to certain sections where it cuts off, separate the north side with the south side. You had one pocket that went red. That's probably the white area, and like a couple more areas that were red. The outlining side closer to the state line. No, I'm not saying state line. I'm great. I'm tripping. Closer when you get into like the outer parts, it was red. There's actually some red in the south side, but again, they needed a significant amount of the south side, like at least 30% of the south side, to turn the whole city red. But they still sat up there and said, "Fuck it." I know that probably didn't make sense. Just think of it as there was way more red than it was in 2020. What's up? Let me see if I can find. Damn, it's getting hot out here too. Well, I expected it. Yeah, she didn't win Chicago by 4. She won the state by 4. That's why I said if a little bit more of the South Side would have went, it probably would have been deadlocked, or he probably would have sneaked out a win, which would have been hilarious because the rest of the state went basically red. But Chicago got most of the population there, so it is what it is. All right, I gotta get ready to go to this farmers market. But yeah, man, we only had one troll. I'm actually shocked. Oh, it's Veterans Day. They're probably out there doing stolen valor. But again, shout out to the veterans. Y'all are the reason why I get to do this. Like I said, I'll have the Veterans Day video up later and birthday stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll let y'all roast me. I don't know. But y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.